Welcome to Dance Fit Biz Builders. I'm Orit, dancer, instructor, and proud owner of a thriving belly dance fitness business. And in this podcast, I'm giving it to you straight, sharing what it takes to kickstart and grow your dance and fitness business for the success you deserve. Whether you're a seasoned instructor, a passionate performer, or dreaming of turning your love for dance and fitness into a thriving career, you're in the right place. Lace up those sneakers and pull on those dance shoes and get ready for truth smacks, tips, and inspiration. Let's do this. Hey there, and welcome to Dance Fit Biz Builders. I'm Orit, dancer, instructor, and your no-fluff guide to building a business you actually love. All right, y'all, we're talking about something that makes a lot of instructors squirm, and that's raising your rates. But here's the deal. If you're still charging the same price, if you've added value, added experience, added certifications, and you're scared to bump up your price by just a couple of bucks, then we need to talk. So I want to break this down. Now, why must you raise your rates? First off, if you don't raise your rates, you're actually losing money. Yep, inflation is real. You guys know this. Your rent, your food, your gas prices, they've all gone up. So why hasn't your class rate? Look, you're not a charity. You're a skilled professional. Even if you're teaching for passion, that doesn't mean you should burn yourself out because you're too afraid to ask for simply a few extra dollars. So first, you need to get clear on why you're raising your rates, okay? Don't raise your rates just because it's a new year, right? Raise them because your experience and certifications have grown. Raise them because you've improved your class quality and the outcome. Raise your rates because you have operating costs like rent, music, licensing, insurance, right? And raise your rates because you want to stay in business. Yes, and that's a legit reason. Look, your students aren't just paying for the 30, 45, or 60-minute class, right? They're paying for your years of training, your music playlist, your curation, your choreography, your energy, and your ability to make them feel successful. So here's a tip. I want you to write down, let's say, your value elevator pitch. Just one sentence that summarizes why your classes are worth more now. Now, I don't want you to let fear set your prices. Your rates should not be based on what other instructors charge. Okay, their life is not your life, or what you think people can afford, or merely for the fear of losing students. Okay, you're not a Walmart. You're a high-touch service provider with skill, with experience, and you give results. So price accordingly. All right, now let's get into how much should you raise your rates. I want to break down the numbers. First, cost of living adjustment. Raise your rate about 5% to 10% a year. This just keeps you from losing money. That's one option. Another option is because you have a new certification or you up-leveled your teaching. Go for a 10 to 20% increase because you've added value and you should be compensated for it. Another reason why is, have you been undercharging for way too long? Because girl or guy, you can raise 20 to 30% and it's still reasonable, especially if you haven't raised your rates in 2+ years. So here's what this can look like. Let's say you're charging $15 a class. A 5% bump is $16. 10% bump, $17. 20% bump, $18. And 30% bump is $20. So small round number increase, that works well. Because with that, most students don't even blink, especially if you frame it with value and also a heads up to your students. Now, let's talk about what to say to your students. This part is key. You don't just slap a price change on your website and hope no one notices. No, you got to be upfront, be kind, and show your value. Something like this. Hey guys, starting on this date, class prices will be going from $15 to, let's say, $17, right? I've loved seeing so many of you grow, and I'm continuing to invest in making class even better for you. This small increase helps cover rising costs and allows me to keep showing up at my best for you. Thanks so much for your continued support. You mean the world to me. Pretty warm, pretty clear, and pretty confident, right? Because listen, your best students, they're going to stay. The few who bounce over like $2, they weren't your ride or dies to begin with. And guess what? Even with fewer students, you can make more. Did you hear that? If students leave and you raise your prices, you can still make more. Psst. Hey you. Yeah, the one who's spending hours prepping for your classes and hoping students come back and you're feeling like you're guessing your way through. Dude, I've been there. Guess what? It doesn't have to be that way. Inside the Sharkey Instructor Academy, I teach you how to lead with clarity, lead with confidence, and with a method that actually works for both you and your students. Less stress, better classes, and more income. Can I get an amen? Just go to sharkey.com/teach to learn more and join us. That's SHARQUI.com/teach. Now, if you're still feeling a little nervous, right, about making the increase, what about making the increase feel like an upgrade, a VIP or something? Maybe make it feel good for them. How about offering like a value-added option alongside of this increase, right? How about a VIP package with bonus videos, recordings, or maybe like a free one-on-one? Or what about 10 class cards at the old rate, but only for a limited time? Or another option, which I've done, is grandfathered pricing for your like OG students if you feel called to do that. Look, people are less likely to get mad when they feel like they're getting more, not just paying more. So food for thought. All right, now I want to talk about your marketing when you have a price increase. Here's how you can lean into your messaging. Perhaps highlight student wins and testimonials, or maybe talk about your credentials and growth, or remind folks what makes your class different and better. See, when you believe you're worth it, your students will too. So pretty much, I want just to say, you deserve this. This isn't about being greedy. This isn't about being fair. It's your time. It's your talent. And raising your rates is one of the most powerful things you can do for your business and for your self-worth. So here's your challenge this week. Look at your current rates. Then run the numbers and then to see, is it time? Is it time to raise them? Right? And you can still do it kindly, confidently, and clearly. You've got this, folks. So if you've got any questions about this, want help wording an email or a message to your students, send me a question. It could be serious, it could be silly, or even spicy, whatever. Cool? Just email me at orit@sharkey.com. You can private message me. Call me if you have my number, all right? No question is too small. Okay, now we're ready for our new segment, Cue the Convo. Someone messaged me this question, and they wanted to be anonymous, and the question is, so what do you do when nobody shows up to your class? All right, first of all, welcome to the club, because every instructor has taught to an empty room or just one loyal soul who didn't get the memo. But here's what you should do instead of spiraling into like, oh my God, I'm a failure. First, feel the feels, right? Don't make it mean something that it doesn't. It's easy to take it personally. You think, ugh, they hate me, I suck, I should quit. Stop. Empty rooms happen for so many reasons, whether it's holidays, burnout, bad timing, Mercury, retrograde, whatever it is. Don't assign a story to it. It's going to kill your confidence. The next thing you should do is, hey, maybe you should audit your marketing, right? Did you promote enough? Did you clearly communicate the benefit of the class? Did you remind people more than once, right? If not, then that's your next action step. Start treating marketing like part of your teaching, not an afterthought. Also, another thing, if nobody comes, don't waste the room. Use it to rehearse or use it to record. Turn that no-show into content. Record yourself teaching. Practice your cueing or your transitions. Try out new music or move. This will build your confidence and it'll give you promotional content. Why not? You're already there. Use it. Maybe personally follow up. Say, hey guys, I missed you tonight. Just checking in. Everything okay? Next week's class is going to be on fire. Can I count you in? All right. People are more likely to come when they feel seen. The instructors who win are the ones who keep showing up, even when nobody else does, because they believe in what they're building. Sometimes it's crickets one day and then the next time it's a whole big crowd, but only if you keep showing up. Thanks so much for the listener who sent in that question. And remember, nobody showing up doesn't mean you're failing. It means you've got space to grow smarter and stronger. So, folks, until next time, go and kick ass.